it's me Paula and I'm back with another creative idea for you, and today I'm painting on Easter eggs which you just obviously saw are fake eggs, and these ones are made of wood. So what I decide to do with these eggs is I'm going to turn them into little bunnies, and I know that's not the most creative idea in the world, but hear me out. Mine are gonna have a theme, and I'm also making their ears out of foam clay. So I'm working with my clay, and what I'm gonna do is divide it into 6 pieces so I can start molding the ears from it. I kept this pretty simple, just made like a little sausage and then pulled the ear from that. And the way I'm gonna attach it is I'm just gonna put it on top of my wooden egg, and I'm gonna spread it out thin so it stays. I don't know why there's something about this foam clay that it's different from air dry clay. It just sticks to things. So here's my first bunny with one ear up, one down, and I'm gonna let that one dry. And the next one, I decide that maybe it's a good idea to sand my surface, not only for the foam clay to attach better, but also the paint after the ears are dried. So I go ahead and sand my 2 other eggs and go back and sand that first one so I have a better finish to work on. I want all of these bunnies to have a little bit of a different personality, so the second one has both of its ears up, and the third one is a sleepy bunny, so it has both of its ears down. That's it for the modeling of the ears for my 3 bunnies. I'm gonna just leave them to dry until the next day. Next day, and the ears are perfectly dry. Quick peek of my sketchbook there and what I sketched for these. The idea for these 3 bunnies came from a poll I put up on my community tab and on my Instagram. So I did average the results on both platforms, and Sun, Moon, and Stars won. But back to the bunny at hand, and I was testing the flexibility of the foam clay for the ears, and I broke it. For some reason, the clay was not fully dry, so I thought maybe this would stick back with my glue stick. And I added some modeling paste and set this first bunny to the side until that ear was well attached. And spoiler alert, it was not well attached. But I didn't know that, so I just went ahead and grabbed my second bunny and started to work with it. I did a little sanding first of the parts where the clay was rough. And because this bunny is going to represent the moon, I chose a dark blue for its color. And my idea is to have a gradient going from the bottom to the top and also from the bottom of its ears up. And let me tell you, I don't know why this gradient took me forever to make. I had to let it dry and try again and let it dry and try again. I don't know, it probably took me about 40 minutes to an hour. But I finally had it to where I liked it. So I let that dry, and then I took care of the gradient of the ears, which thankfully was much easier to do, and I got it done fast. As I said before, this bunny represents the moon, so I decided to make it a sleepy bunny. That's why its ears are down and his eyes are gonna be closed. After I draw his face with my Posca marker, I add some more details like the little moon and some stars with other paint markers, and I called this first cute little bunny done. If you like this idea so far, please give this video a like, and you'll get a better look of the bunnies finished at the end of all of them together. Oops, almost forgot to add little cheeks to it. Okay, and now it's done, and I can move on to the second bunny. The second bunny is meant to represent the stars, and for this one I chose a nice purple color. And I'm going to follow the same process. I'm going to create a gradient, but this one is going to have the gradient inside of its little ears. This second time around, it was faster to do the gradient, so it wasn't as bad, but it still took me a long time. I do love the results, so I'd say it's totally worth it. With the gradient down, I'm gonna do the details for my little bunny, and for this one I actually made a little accessory out of the foam clay, and I made a little star to go on its ear. And I'm going to complement that one with more stars all along its body, and I chose yellow. I really love the combination of purple and yellow. Maybe it's because I'm an LSU graduate and that was our school colors. I just like it so much. And this one's face is gonna be different. She is gonna be wide awake, just looking at the stars, and she's amazed by them. I color the star with my same Posca and it works perfectly. I'm happy about that. And while that dries so I can attach it, I add a little bit more dimension with a dark purple and some little stars. After I glue my star into place, apparently off the frame, I'm sorry, the second bunny is done and I think she's oh so beautiful. Moving to the third bunny, and it's now dry, so I start to create the gradient with yellow because this is of course the bunny that represents the sun. And of course the ear didn't stay through the process of painting, so I just sand it a bit and do what I should have done in the first place, which is attach the ear with my glue gun. That works perfectly with foam clay. I've tried it before and it's just wonderful. After the gradient for my third bunny is ready and done, I work on the inside of its ears. This one has one up and one down. And then for its face, he is happy because it's a new day. I really love this. I'm sorry. My life has changed so much now that I appreciate it so much that I wake up happy. That's what I do. And if I see the sun, I'm happier. So he is sunny and happy. Okay, so with the face done, I'm just gonna add a couple of suns to the design, and I really want to shake this Posca, hear that, so that the paint is thick and not translucent and it works well on the yellow egg. You can't really see the yellow sun in the bottom part, so I'm just gonna mix it with a bit of orange while the yellow is still wet, and that works great, and it changes a little bit the hue of that yellow and it's just perfect now. Add some little more details and a little bit of rays, and my final bunny is done and ready to join his brother and sister, I guess. Here are all three bunnies, and don't they look beautiful? I even washed my crusty painting palette so I could display them. Look at that. It's just like a turntable that I have to turn myself. I love how these turned out, and you can see the ears are a little bit flexible so they won't break if the eggs tumble over. And there you go. With that little show of the foam, here is a new creative idea you can use to decorate Easter eggs for decorations or display. Let me know if you like this idea. If you do, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!